What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Today we are continuing with the GTA 6 tutorial series, and in this episode we will handle the mechanic of entering and exiting the car. It is going to be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so as you can see right now, if we select the car, in the last episode we set the auto-possessed player to be player 0. In this case, let's set it back to disabled, so by default we are back with our normal character. And now what we need to do is create a new input for our player, so when we reach our car we can interact with it. So let's go to the inputs folder, and now we can right click, go to input, action, and then IA underscore, and let's just create a generic one of interact. Okay, and now with this interact we can leave everything as default because we want this to be a digital bool, so we'll be holding it or not holding that E key in this case. And let's add it to the context, so let's double click on this, add a new mapping, and select the interact. And now we can kind of open this input action and click this icon and press the E key in our keyboard. And now when we press the E key we can interact. Of course you can customize this as you want, you can change the key, but in this case I think that E will be very appropriate. And now what we need to do is basically go ahead and create a new interface. Okay, so we can go ahead and interact with this car without directly having access to the class. So let's go to blueprints, right click, go to the blueprint section and create a blueprint interface. Let's call this something as BPI, so blueprint interface underscore, and then vehicle interaction, if I know how to type. And then let's open this up. As you can see, automatically it will kind of create a new function. So let's name this something as enter vehicle with the V capital, and then let's create another function which will be exit vehicle. And now with that said, we can compile, save, and close. We don't need to do anything on the graph. That's just a viewport. Okay, the only thing that we're interested in is those functions. So now what we can do is open up BP player, right, and we can handle the input. So first of all, let's organize this a bit. Let's kind of drop it down, press C, and let's call this something as fire, so we know that this is a fire system. And then let's go down, right click, and create the IA underscore interact input, and there we go. So now we're gonna expand this, go into the started. So when we start pressing the E key, not when it's triggered, because that will be constantly triggering, and we just want it to trigger once. And what we're going to do is use this trick of the for each loop. Okay, and on here we're going to do is get the overlapping actors. And now in this case it will be a generic class. Okay, so we're gonna not specify which one it will be, and then it will just go through all of the actors that our player is overlapping, so it is kind of inside of. Now you probably are kind of asking, well, in this case we are never going to be able to kind of go inside of the car. Also we can push, as you can see, it's very cool. We're gonna be able to go like inside of the car, so we cannot really overlap. Well, here comes the thing. We're gonna open this car 07, okay, for now, and then we are going to just add a trigger. So it will be kind of a collision outside of this for cockpit, or how it is called, like our driving seat, right? And if the player is inside of this collider, it will be considered as we are overlapping this actor, so we can interact with it. So let's select the parent, go and add a new component, which will be this sphere collision, and this will be the drive trigger. Let's move this over here up, and let's increase the sphere. So if our player is inside of this sphere, we can basically hop into our car. Now make sure that this trigger in the collision settings is set as overlap all dynamic. This is very important. Now compile, go to our player, and now from here what we can do is use this does implement interface node, and we can specify if it has this vehicle interaction node. If it does, that means that we can go ahead and interact with this actor, which should be a vehicle, and we can call one of the interface functions that we created. For example, it will be enter vehicle, and boom, as you can see we are not referencing at any time this a specific class. We are not doing a cast to vehicle 07 and then doing the drive function there. We're using a generic interface function, and we don't need to specify what class, and down here we can simply use it. So let's add this interface over here. And now this is very similar on what happened with one of the previous episodes when we set the bullet damage. We just called apply damage right on here, and then we just added the damage logic on the other actor without needing to cast to that actor. Exactly the same. So let's go now to our car blueprint, go to class settings, and now we can add an interface. So in here, add BPI vehicle interaction, and you can see that now we have two new interfaces available. In this case, let's double click on enter vehicle, which I did spell incorrect. Oh my god. Let's go ahead and open this up, and let me rename it to vehicle. There we go, compile, and now it should update. Okay, we actually need to go here and remove it. Okay, yes, remove it. It will delete those two things, and as you can see in here, it is actually updated, and we need to add it once again, so be careful with this. Okay, so now we can double click on this to add this event enter vehicle function, and what we can do is here possess this player. But for now, let's go ahead and just say print, so we will see that we have this print appearing. So if we now go here and I press E, nothing happens because we're not, overlapping with any actor that has that interface. But if I go next to the door, so you can see when I press E, it basically is printing hello, so you can see at the top left of the screen. So it is working. We are detecting this car, we're interacting with it, and we're receiving the logic in the car. So in here, we need to get the player controller, and what we need to do is possess this car, which in this case, possess in Unreal is basically like controlling. So as you can see, we used this auto possess player in the previous episodes, so it has a player 0, but in this case it has to be dynamic. So this will be possess, right? Gonna be this node over here, and then we need to specify what pawn we want to possess, and of course all of this is handled by the player controller. And this we're gonna say self, and with that we can go ahead and just find this blueprint and possess it. So now you will notice that when I go and press E on this vehicle, boom, I am possessing this and I'm driving, which is so cool. Okay, and now what we need to do is handle the going out. So when I press E again, we should basically go out. So what I am going to do is go to the vehicle car, and for now let me just right click and add an E key. Let's go down and find the E key, which is here, and when we press E, what we will do is possess back our other player. But for this, we will need a reference to the other player. Now we could basically do a lot of things to find our reference to the other player, but the appropriate will be to pass it as a parameter here, so we can receive it and save it on a variable. So let's go and open up the interface, which is on here, BPI. We can go ahead and just put this here, select enter vehicle, and add an input, which in this case, this input will be player character, and this will be of type of, in this case, once here is a pawn, so this will be basically a pawn. Now we can go ahead and just say object reference, compile, and now in here you can see we basically get this input. So we can right click, promote this to a variable, and this will be player character. We can save it right after, and then here we can get the player character, get these two nodes, copy and paste them, and now we can possess this player, and we will go back to normal. So if I now go into this car, drive a bit, and press E, nothing happens. Why did nothing happen? Well, in this case, it's probably because this E isn't triggering. We can actually do a quick test. We can go here, press E, go here, and when we press E, there we go. So actually the input is firing, but it is not possessing back our player character, even though we are going ahead and assigning it. Why? That's because in the player we did not pass that input. So in this case it will be simply self, because it is passing its own player. And now if we actually go and test this out, we can go and boom, I go back to my player when I press E, and the car false. Great, so let me delete the hello. And now what we need to do is basically teleport that player to be back, where it should be, which, will be right next to our car. So what we're going to do is go to the parent, add a new skeletal mesh, and this will be the player character exit ref. So we will have a reference pose on where we need to, teleport the player. In this case, let's set this to be many, which is our mesh, simple, and I'm gonna enable the rotation tool, rotate it around 90 degrees, move it here and around, gonna move a bit up just in case, and then this should be great. So now our player will teleport here. Now make sure to set this to be hidden in game, because we don't want this to be seen in game. This is just us to have a reference to the player position, and then make sure that it has no collision. There we go, like this. And now with that said, what we can do is get the player character variable once again that we receive when we enter the vehicle, and then just kind of set the actor, and we have a lot of different options. In this case it will be the transform, but it will be better the location and rotation, because, well, it is what we need. The transform will also include the scale or the size, and we don't want that. We just want the location and rotation, so this is perfect. So then what location and rotation we want to go? Well, we can just get the player character exit reference and get the world. Okay, we're gonna do this in world transform, and now we can right click, split it, and we have the location and rotation, and then the scale we don't need it, so we can just leave it there. And with that, as you can see, when I go into my car, go there and drive, stop, and then go and exit, boom, the player is teleported here, which is so cool. So that is working. So now the only thing that we need is to make sure to hide the player right when we are driving the vehicle, because, well, we will not kind of see it if we are inside of the car, right? So let's go back to here in the vehicle, and what we're going to do is get this reference to the player character when we enter the vehicle, and let's go ahead and set hidden in game to be true. And then when we go ahead and finish and exit, right, what we will do is get a player character and set the hidden in game to be false, so we will see our player once again. And now if I go to my car and hop in, boom, the player disappears. It is inside of the car. I can drive, and then I can exit, and we have it back as normal. We can see it, and we can play around as we did before. So everything is going ahead and working. So that's it for this tutorial. If you find it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you got the video and subscribe to my channel. Remember that you have access to the private files through Patreon or YouTube member. Join my Discord server, follow me on my socials, and also go ahead and check out my new Unreal course with Game Dev TV. With that said, see ya in the next episode. Bye bye.